When an HSP gets overstimulated, it's way more than just feeling stressed. It's a full nervous system overload. So we need a different approach than just forcing calm. We need to reduce input and restore safety in the body. And that's exactly what we're doing today. I will give you 5 quick and easy steps how you can return to your calm and centered self when you feel overstimulated, especially as a highly sensitive person. Hi, I am Christine Braun, your emotion coach and host of this podcast, Reclaim Your Power as an HSP. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. We are talking about restoring balance, restoring authenticity, getting our power back, going towards feeling our authentic, empowered self, letting go of these thoughts that we have thought so long of feeling weaker, feeling insignificant, feeling broken, feeling so different from the rest of the world because we are only 15 to 20% of the population, but we are an incredibly important part, just like everybody else. We contribute to the whole, and right now, I feel like we need the gifts of highly sensitive people more than ever in order to help others to come back to a more peaceful, more connected, more empathic and empathetic way of being and connecting and living this life. So let's dive into today's podcast where we're talking about restoring that balance within you. You know, that came up because I feel like I've gotten fairly good at this. You know, I have taught it for a long time. I have done so much personal development work, which I love. That's like my passion, reading books, taking part in workshops, just whatever I can get my hands on, journaling. And yet yesterday, on a Saturday where I wanted to be nice and productive and just have a good time with my kiddo home, with my boyfriend home. Let's get some things done. Let's move some things around. Let's clean up a little bit. But for some reason, the energy was tense. My kiddo was bored. He wanted to be on the tablet. He was mad that I wasn't giving him the tablet. I was trying to finish up registrations for a license that I needed to get, which, you know, computer work, online stuff is always a bit stressful. My boyfriend was cleaning things out. He discovered the cats had scratched on the sofa. So he was just like, oh, I can't believe this happened. Look at what this looks like. This is awful. So there's just a lot of energy, a lot of negativity. And I was just like, I'm good, right? Our typical as an HSP, I'm good, I can handle this, I'm cool, I'm calm, I can do this, until all of a sudden we hit that threshold and it's like, boom, over with. And what is the last thing that we want to do? We don't really want to stop, right? So many times I catch myself of just wanting to push through, right? Our very first point and what we're supposed to be doing is reduce input, right? Step 1, reduce input wherever you are. The best thing is to go to a quiet, dark place, right? Go to the bathroom, go to your car, get in the closet. I'm wanting to clean out my closet, so have space in the closet to just be by yourself. It doesn't have to take long, 2 to 5 minutes, but you need that break to get away. Get as much outside stimulus away from you, right? Nothing that you can hear, nothing that you can see, nothing that will rub up against you, right? Like even sometimes in that state, when one of my cats rubs up against me, I'm like, whoa, this is too much stimulus. Of course, I didn't want to do that yesterday, right? I was like, I can handle this. I'm stronger than this. I can do this. And then I paid for it because then I got way overstimulated. So remember, go to a dark, quiet place, put in earbuds, maybe listen to something soothing, but a lot of times we just need like silence, unless the only way to drown out other, things, people talking, whatever. If you need to listen to soothing music to drown that out, I would say yes. Don't listen to a podcast or something that is actually talking and stimulating your mind. You really just want to shut it down. You want to shut everything out. Definitely for me, if I close my eyes, it helps because you're taking away that sight, the sight stimulus. So many things we see. Even if you see in the corner of your mind like something fluttering, something fast moving, somebody tapping their, foot, whatever it is, it can kind of set that off, right? Nothing touching you. Make sure what you're wearing is nice and comfortable if you can help it in that moment, depending on where you are. But that is step one, is reducing input, whichever way possible. And again, that doesn't have to take long. Even 3 to 5 minutes can make a significant difference if you can really reduce that sensory input significantly. Step number 2, lengthen your exhale. Now, I've talked about different breathing exercises before, but this one should be nice and easy. You just want to lengthen your exhale. And the reason for that is that longer exhales actually signal your nervous system that everything is safe, everything is okay. You can breathe, you can relax. So longer exhales signal safety and they help you to reduce your heart rate. I know for a while I got into a fitness regime called TACFit, Tactical Fitness by Scott Sonnen. Don't know if you've come across it, but he talked about recovery breath during exercise, and a lot of that was like sharp, quick exhales, like right? Just like blow that out, get that exhale out, get that CO2 out. You wanna lengthen that exhale. All you have to remember for this one, for step 2, is let's say a count of 4 in, 1, 2, 3, 4 in, and then out for 6 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then again in. 1, 2, 3, 4, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can count as fast as you want to. Obviously, the slower you breathe, it just depends on, right, your breath. We want to slow down that breath, but the biggest thing is that the exhales are longer. If there's a clock you hear ticking, if there's something that's a regular beat, just use that. And if it's a little faster, increase it to 6 inhales, 10 exhales. You see what I mean? Shorter inhale, longer exhale to signal your body safety, calming yourself back down. And if you think about it, it totally makes sense, because what do you do when you're overwhelmed, overstimulated? You either hold your breath or like, right? You're like shallow and quick breathing. So this just kind of reminds you, ooh, long, deep breath, especially out, will calm your nervous system down. Let's get right into step number 3. Step number 3 is ground your body. Let's get out of our head and into our physical body, into our physical sensation. How do we do that? One way to do it is to root your feet, right? Pressing your feet, your whole foot. Hopefully in socks or barefoot, you can feel the ground a little bit more. Just press it slightly into the ground, right? You can even visualize roots like a tree coming out of your feet and into the ground, really anchoring you into the present moment. Another thing which I thought was really fun to do is holding something cold, right? When you're holding something cold, especially like an ice cube or a cold drink, ooh, you're like right there in the moment, right? It pulls you right into this moment. Another thing I really like a lot is, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? Pick 5 things that you see. Pick 4 things that you can touch, and pick 3 things that you can hear, right? Do you hear the AC? Are there birds? Is there traffic? What do you hear? If that is not working because you're jumping all over the place, another go-to for me, especially when you really need a good distraction when you're around others, when you can't get away. Let's say you're in a car with other people and you can't really get away. Yes, earbuds are amazing, but you might not see that much, or you might want to keep your eyes closed because there's traffic or there's things flying by you, and you're like, okay, I just need to keep my eyes closed. Um, and you don't want to listen because there's conversation. Something I like to do is take your index finger of your left hand and put them on your leg and kind of feel the material of your pants or of your skirt. And then take your right hand, the right index finger, and put it on the window or the door, some other kind of material. And then just feel the two and compare the two. This really gets you present and rooted in the current moment. Another thing I wanted to mention here is one of my favorite spiritual teachers, the Ninth Dimensional Pleiadians, channeled by Wendy Kennedy. They always, always, always talk about ground and heart center, ground and heart center. And what they mean with heart center is think of something that makes you smile. Think of a baby animal. Think of your baby. Think of anything that just like brings a smile to your face immediately. Think of a precious moment. Think of a moment that made you feel so incredibly whole, right? Just like, oh, feel that love from the inside out. Feel that calm. Feel that reassurance from the inside out. Moving right along, step number 4, give your emotions a safe outlet. Give your emotions a safe outlet and instead of suppressing them. Wow, this is so big because it reminds us that there's room for our emotions. There's room for the reaction that we've had. So many times we judge ourselves as highly sensitive, that was overreacting, right? We've heard it so many times from other people, probably who were growing up with us, who didn't understand that we're highly sensitive, and they see it as, you're so dramatic, you're so sensitive, you're overreacting, this isn't a big deal. And yet to us in the moment, it's a very big deal. It feels incredibly intense. And so there is really a value. There's a lot of value in you validating yourself, you validating the moment, you validating your emotions, however strong they might be. Whoa, this really happened. This is what I'm feeling in the moment without judging it. One of the best ways that I have noticed for me that I can do that is to journal, just like a mind dump, without any kind of censoring, right? Which is so much easier for me to write. I'm just gonna write. I'm just gonna write everything down that I'm feeling in the moment, no matter what it sounds like in my head, right? It's so easy for me to be like, oh, I can't believe I'm thinking this. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is so rude. This is so judgmental. And yet they're just emotions, they're just thoughts, they're just passing by. A lot of times they're not even our own. We're just hooked into this stream, on this frequency, on this wavelength that we currently are. We're just hooked into it, and just let them pass on by. Let them pass through you. Easy way is just a mind dump. What am I feeling, right? Just write it all out. If you don't have a chance to write, like when I'm alone in the car and I'm like, okay, I'm driving, I can't really mind dump at the moment in the way of writing things down, I will do an audio note. It's so funny because talking to myself doesn't seem to really get it out. It's like I need to capture it in order to pacify that piece of me that wants that voice. And so I'll either like make a video of myself or I'll an audio note and just like, oh, okay, this is what I'm currently feeling. This just needs to like get out. This just needs to like move through me. This is what I'm feeling. Leave me a comment below. Do you ever do this? Do you talk to yourself? Do you do audio notes? Do you write in your journal? How do you let these emotions just pass on through you? Another good thing to remember is just to like let yourself cry it out, right? If you're in a safe place to do that, crying can be so incredibly healing. Oh, you always feel better after a good cry. I allow myself to yell, to scream, to cuss, whatever I feel like I need to do. Sometimes I like to have a really physical of like banging a pillow, taking a kitchen towel and just like really wrapping it on the corner to where it like makes that loud snapping sound. So incredibly fulfilling in the moment of just letting that energy out. Like I'm angry. I am so furious, right? Just letting that out. It doesn't take very long. And then the last way that I sometimes like to approach it, if I have the time, is just to get in nature, to take a walk, to do something physical, some kind of exercise, just to kind of move that body, shake it out, right? Shake, 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 dance around like crazy, get on that rebounder, do something physical to help that energy move through your body. And then the only thing to remember about that one is the point is not to fix or to analyze. It's really just to allow yourself that energy and just to like let it move through you. That's really it. We don't need to fix, we don't need to analyze. We can do plenty of that at another time. In that moment, it's really just to let it pass on through. And then the last step, step number 5, loving self-talk or mantras. This is the other piece of not judging the self for these feelings, these emotions, this overstimulation, right? So many times we go into, I did it again. I told myself I wasn't going to react that way again. I can't believe it, and this was in front of my friend or my boyfriend, or I'm so embarrassed, or like judging yourself for that. And instead, having some good mantras ready to calm yourself down with, right? Of just like, this doesn't make me a bad person. This doesn't mean that I am weaker, right? It just means that my nervous system just needed to reset. That's all that means, right? My nervous system needed to reset. Oh, maybe I caught that overstimulation a little late, but that's okay. I'm catching it now and I'm resetting now. Everything is okay. All is well. That's one of my favorite mantras, right? All is well. And I am guided in every moment. And I can always, from wherever I am, get to wherever I want to go. I am unconditionally loved and eternally supported. That's one of my favorites because it's really in that moment where you're needing. It's kind of that arm around your shoulder and just be like, you're fine. You're good. You're a beautiful person. All is well. You are loved, right? I am unconditionally loved and eternally supported. And the last little piece, that little bonus that I wanted to give you is what always helps me in difficult situation when I'm really having a tough time judging myself or feeling okay in the moment with whatever is going on. I like to go back to my I do believe list, right? If you've been around me and my work and my podcast, my YouTube videos for a while, you've probably heard me talk about my I do believe list. It's basically a list of deep fundamental beliefs that you hold about everything, about yourself, about life, about love, about guidance. The I do believe list, my I do believe list, and how to make your own I do believe list is part of this free guide that I have for you, which helps to support you in any emotion that you might be feeling and how to quickly shift into a more resourceful and more calm and wonderful state and space for yourself. So if you really want to get a handle on how do I calm myself down, how do I get my emotions into a place where I feel like I am owning them, I am owning myself, I know how to navigate myself and my own emotions, go download this free guide. It has 3 steps, including this I do believe list. Super easy to follow, really easy to learn and to integrate and to use. So go to my website, healingyouremotions.com/shift to download that guide, and I will have it below for you as well. So let's wrap all this up. We talked about the 5 steps of how to calm yourself quickly when you have kind of tipped over into that space of overstimulation. All right, let's review. Step number 1 is reduce sensory input, right? close the eyes, dark room, go into a different room, headset on, reducing all stimulus that is coming in from the outside for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Step number 2, lengthen the exhale, right? Inhale for 4, exhale for 6 to 8. Step number 3, ground and heart center. Step number 4, give your emotions a safe outlet, right? Journal, voice note, let those emotions pass through you. And then step number 5, loving self-talk, mantras, and that little bonus of write or read through your I do believe list, right? I do believe that I am guided in every moment. I do believe that everything that comes to me in my life serves me in some way. I do believe that I am loved unconditionally, just exactly for who I am, right? There are so many beautiful things that you can write down to remind yourself in those moments that you are a beautiful being, a beautiful and unique being, and we need you so much to play your part in this world. And I desire nothing more than for you to really find that true, authentic, blissful self that I know you are and that I know you came here to be. I am so, so excited that you are here, that you are doing, that you're walking that self-development path, that you are curious and interested in understanding more about your high sensitivity and how to bring your gifts to this world. Thank you so much for being here. And if you can think of any other highly sensitive that you know or anyone else who really could benefit from understanding these 5 quick and easy steps of how to shift out of overstimulation and back into peace and calmness, please send them this video, pass it on. Let's build this wonderful community, support each other in this endeavor of bringing our gifts to this world. Love you so much, and I will see you next week.